Hey y'all, hey, it's C with C, and thanks for coming to Couch Cruise with me. We are live here from, I would say my couch, but we're Utopia the Seas. I'm gonna thank Google for this lovely image. But we are here to Couch Cruise Utopia of the Seas. As you know, my name is Carlene. I am your Couch Cruise captain. And we couch cruise anytime there's a major ship announcement, a cruise announcement. And tonight we are going to be going live from those who are either on this inaugural sailing or who have done the preview sailing. If we can get them in here, I know one of our guests may or may not be able to come in due to the travel delays. So let's see who we have in the chat. And I'm going to apologize again. Let me know if audio is okay. For some reason, StreamYard decides it does not like my Yeti mic. So you all should be picking up my MacBook mic. And welcome in 17 people. My name is Carlene, your Couch Cruise captain. And if you are on here, you are like me. We are home watching everybody on Utopia of the Seas. And hopefully we'll get a few of the guests who are currently sailing. Today was the second inaugural sailing's embarkation day. So hopefully we'll get some of those folks popping in the chat. And I may have a couple guests from our oh, hold on, sorry. I think our guest from the ship might be texting me. Quiet on the set. Let's see. Okay, they are running a little late. Thank you for the update from the ship. So they'll be getting in here. But in the meantime, let's see who we have in the chat. Welcome 18 people. And do y'all like this background situation? It says I needed a green screen, but I want a little rogue just to spice it up a notch because I didn't like going downstairs to get on my couch. All right, we got Captain says, let's go. Captain C, ahoy, cruise mates and sweet mates. Yes, Kristen, thanks for coming in here. And thank y'all. Did y'all catch that premiere? Child, y'all had me out in these elements trying to get content, swimming with sharks. So if you missed the premiere, pop on in and catch my premiere after this chat. But today we're going to talk everything about Utopia Seas. Bring your hot takes. Bring your opinions. Would you sail this ship? Are you not impressed? What do you want to see from Royal Caribbean? Tell us in the chat because, as you know, the couch cruisers are like, ooh, they're a little light. Let there be light. As you all know, the couch cruisers are like, you know, we got some cruise experts in the chat. So let's chat. Let's debate. What do you all think about Utopia of the Seas? And this light is popping. Hey, Desiree, what's up, girl? Thanks for being a channel member, as well as Kristen. We got folks saying good evening. Folks are saying hello. Hey, Team Reach Travels. And we want to say congratulations to Team Reach Travels for hitting 5,000 subscribers. If you have not tapped into Team Reach and your thing is family travel content, tap into Team Reach Travels. They have kind of exploded, especially if you're in the chat today, because Team Reach had a really great bump from Icon of the Seas. So if you are interested in that class of ship, tap into Team Reach Travels. They had a lot of content from Icon of the Seas and really have taken off. Who else we got? On the go of YOLO says, what's up, YOLO? We are happy that you made it back stateside, girl. Game Changer says, hello, Nisi in chat. Time to de-stress from the shark show. Did I have y'all stressed? I was watching it with y'all, and I'm talking about my premiere as you're waiting to get. Oh, I didn't drop the link. I'm sorry. So I'm going to invite those. I'm going to run my mouth. I'm going to invite the people from the ship up. If you haven't been on the ship yet, or not if you haven't on the ship, if you sell the preview selling or something like that, you want to pop up, let me know. I got to kind of know you a little bit because you ain't messing my YouTube coins wilding out on live TV, okay? Yeah, if you missed my premiere, I premiered a video today, me swimming with sharks in Bimini while on Virgin Voyages. Valiant lady. Sorry, my a little Vaseline on my lips. It's bothering me. Okay, so who else we got here in the chat? Yep, good old $1 bottle from Target. Who we got here? Folks saying hello, sweet Maisie Cruz. Yes, Adela, thanks for being a channel member. And folks are speaking to the Auntie of the Seas, Game Changer. So what have y'all been seeing about Utopia? It's supposed to be the world's wildest, the world's ultimate weekend. And I know I think Royal Caribbean kind of they were like, you want to complain? I got you. So I kind of wrote and said, like, hey, Royal, because initially, if you all know, the inaugural for Icon of the Seas, okay, the chat is chatting. I forgot to, hold on, sorry, the group friends are texting. As y'all know, the initial inaugural, say that 5 times, for Utopia of the Seas was supposed to be today. And I was kind of like, hey, Royal, that's weird for you all to roll out your ultimate weekend cruise on a Monday. So Royal said, I got something for you. And they rolled it out on January 19th, which I actually had this sailing, the January 21st sailing, or January. It's not January. July 21st sailing. I had the July 21st sailing locked in. However, I am fresh back from Alaska. And, the Lord be knowing, because I would not have made it with all the travel delays. I'm pretty sure I would not have made it to Orlando. I just got back to DC after almost 24 hours of travel. But my plan is to get on this ship at some point. But in the meantime, we're couch cruising it. We're watching all of the content. And soon and very soon, we should be having some folks who are either on the ship now or about to get on the ship. I know I just got a couple texts. People are running late, but we will have at least 2 creators and a possible. You spade players know about the possible in the chat live from the ship. So I know you're all looking like you ain't on the ship, but I have what we do for couch cruising. We have people who are live from the ship who will be joining us. All right, let's get back to the chat. City Steven says, hey, C in chat. At least we made Alaska. Back to couch cruising for Utopia. Yeah, Alaska snatched all of my coins. So some of you who may not know, I am fresh off of Celebrity Edge. I got off Celebrity Edge on July 19th with the Melanin Sea Facebook group. We had 150 sailors who went to Alaska, and y'all, Alaska's breathtaking. Like, I was not ready for the beauty that is Alaska. Literally, the day that we pulled into the Endicott Arm, I hit the door, because I will say Celebrity Edge is a really great ship for that. Hit the door and was just breathtaking. But we're not going to tell you to talk about Celebrity Edge. We are here to talk about, because that content is coming, we are here to talk about Utopia of the Seas. However, the reason why I missed Utopia was a few things. But one of them was because I knew I could not get off on July 19th off that ship and make it from Seattle, Washington, all the way across the country to Orlando. And even more importantly, sometimes you just be getting these little gut feelings. I would not have made it given the circumstances of the ultimate glitch that happened, which still has people traveling. So, prayers and patience to you all who are traveling and stuck somewhere. I just saw a video from Atlanta. Looks like pure chaos. I just got my suitcase from Friday. I just got my suitcase delivered today, and my suitcase went through Atlanta. So it's tough out there. But you know what? What's travel without a good travel story, right? And sometimes we all just gotta be pirates and be stuck somewhere and make it. Hey, Mrs. Parker, thank you for being, we got Mrs. Parker here being a channel member, being one of our moderators. The wrenches are in the building, and we are just waiting to get some of our guests. But in the meantime, we're gonna keep doing our hellos into the chat. I know one of our guests actually was on the previous sailing. They literally just got into the door of their house. So we may or may not get them in. They're trying to get their children settled, themselves settled. But we do have 2 creators, 2 channels who are currently on the ship and who are going to tap in a second. They are probably getting themselves situated from dinner. And because it's an inaugural sailing, you all know that things don't necessarily run on time. And I'm being conscious of their time because I know they're trying to get all those moments and all that, all of those videos for you all to catch their channel. So welcome in 29 people. MH Family Adventures is here saying, hey, Carly in the chat. And I don't know if I want to spill the beans. MH might be joining us. I didn't look at my phone to see. I think Raquel is also late. I think our other channel guests are late as well. On the Go Yellow says the background looks good. Oh, so you like it? Cool. It kind of looks weird with like the glow. It says I need a green screen, but I just figured like let's try something different. Who wants to see the cream wall? City says amazing premiere. Thank you for being there. Y'all were tripping me out during the chat during the premiere. I tried a different video style during the premiere. I kind of went with like a lower, calmer, more narration, and then cranked up the noise for the more the thrilling part. So hopefully I didn't bore y'all too much in the beginning, but it was kind of funny to watch all the comments. Thank you, Kristen. Okay, so let's get into it. Our first comment related to the Utopia of the Seas is from Kristen H. And Kristen will be on the Utopia of the Seas she's boarding on September 2nd. And she says she's peeped it and she's not impressed. Why are you not impressed, Kristen? Do you all think that, this is just another, what is it called? Oasis class ship? Do you think it's going to give us anything extra, anything different? I will say I appreciate Royal for giving us the 3-day situation, because sometimes you just want to like run and get on a ship And you don't necessarily want to just always take the, the smaller ships or like the booze cruise, smaller ships. Some people want the bigger ships. I just know it feels like it's going to be a Herculean task to get all the way through that ship. I see one of our people is kind of coming in, pop back out. Might be some connection issues. Let's see. Who else we got? Miss Parker's reminding y'all, thank you, Siobhan, is saying, make sure y'all head and hit that like button. Yes, hit the thumbs up button if you enjoy couch cruising, or maybe you're just home, you missed one cruise, you didn't make this ship, or you're waiting for the new ship Jiggles to get out. Thank you for being here. Hit that like button. And as you know, my name is Carlene, and this is my channel, Stay with C, and we couch cruise inaugurals, any ship developments, anything new coming out, where we gather as kind of our little cruise experts to talk about what's going on in these cruise streets. Your favorite couple, I'm surprised y'all are not in the chat. Your favorite couple says, hey, Captain C in the chat. Just got our nerves together from premiere. Okay, cool. I invoked some emotion. Who else we got? Folks are saying thank you. Steph Stone says he's missed the premiere, but here, yes, you are on time for the couch cruise. Catch that premiere later. That premiere is from Virgin Voyages, and as you all know, today we're talking about all things Royal Caribbean, Utopia of the Seas, which is Royal is pitching as their ultimate cruise. So far, let's see. I'm gonna folks are speaking. Hey, Regina, my actual cousin Dorian is in the chat. Welcome in, 31 people. All right, so Kristen gives us her explanation. Kristen says, it wasn't giving. She feels like Kristen says the ship looks nice, but the Sailaway party was very spread out, and it was hard to spot the action focal point. Yeah, Kristen. And that's something that I actually said in Phil and D. If y'all haven't seen Phil and D, first off, shout out to Phil and D. They hit 3,000 subscribers, and it was been some fire ignited under their butts. They came on Utopia of the Seas, slanging the content. So they've already dropped some shorts of quick tours. They've already dropped a room tour. And more importantly, Phil went live for the Sailaway, which is supposed to be it's supposed to be like something unique. It seems like Royal is trying to evoke the party vibes. I see we have our first guest here, which is Rockwell from Extreme Family Adventure. So I'm going to pop over to Rockwell because I know sometimes internet can be a little dicey. And
hello.
Sorry, I had to turn my volume up. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
I am doing well.
I'm having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, we all are. And you know what? That's a part of the content creation. You never know if the mic's gonna work, if the internet's gonna work, if the sound's gonna work. But you look very clear.
Okay, good. It's not good lighting, but it'll work.
It actually looks really good on you. That whole purple. I see that they're trying to work those neons, so it looks good.
Yeah, I'm carrying boleros, and it was quiet until just recently, but.
Well, awesome. Well, let's start with boleros. This is a unique portion of the ship. This is where Royal does its Latin bands, right?
Say that again.
Just tell us about the ship.
Oh, it's nice. I think coming off Icon, it's smaller than Icon.
Okay.
It's almost like I was on Allure of the Seas back in February, I think. It's pretty much identical. I mean, there's a few changes. I know the ship is a little bit larger, but it's not really like I didn't get on and I wasn't like, wow.
Okay.
It's a nice ship. It's an Oasis class ship. But that's really, it's nice. It's nice. No complaints. Yeah, really no complaints. The ship is beautiful. I don't think we're at full capacity for the sailing. It feels to be somewhat empty, I think.
Yeah, because this sailing was expensive. Like when I was booked, it was $2,300. Did the price?
Yeah.
I know you're our agent. Did the prices ever come down on this second inaugural?
Yeah, it didn't really go down. Yeah, it went down a little bit. But yeah, this was pretty expensive. I think a lot of people canceled this one and got on the 3-day because that was more enticing. The price was a lot less for that one than the original inaugural, which there's this huge debacle on like the Facebook group where people are like, is this the inaugural? Is this not? And but it's
Not the versus battle for inaugurals.
yeah, I don't feel like this is an inaugural. Like we didn't get champagne walking in. I don't know there's a balloon drop or anything coming. So comparing it to Icon, And I do know that this is the second. They did tell us, though, that we would be treated as if this was the inaugural. And I don't know if they experienced it on the last sailing or not. But yeah, there was no champagne. There was no big pomp and circumstance walking in. There were gifts in our cabin. I'm hoping we'll get a gift every day, but it doesn't feel like an inaugural or, even like a second voyage. It just doesn't. Yeah. But I mean, everything is, I don't really have any complaints. I love my cabin. We have an interior promenade. That's how I know this ship didn't sell out. I
Mhm.
literally bid a few days ago for an upgrade, and a lot of people I'm hearing got upgrades. So I'm assuming that they have a lot of open space because we were in an interior and we bid the minimum $25 per person. And we got a promenade interior. So
So that
that's
could be a
nice.
tip if you get on Oasis or Oasis. If you get on Utopia of the Seas anytime soon, do that minimum bid because you
Yeah, it
might.
might work. It might
Yeah.
work. My only, not really complaint, but I don't cruise Royal as much as I cruise like Carnival and other cruise lines. I hear a lot about how good the food is here on Royal, and
Mhm.
I don't see the hype. Like I went to the Mason Jar, it was terrible. And you'll see this in the vlog that'll be out in the next couple of days. But the Mason jar is an upcharge venue. I went there for brunch today. Wanted to try something different. It was just bad. It was bad.
Yeah. And that's something that they got ripped so bad on Wonder of the Seas for Mason Jar that you think they
Yeah,
would improve the menu just a tad bit with that one.
yeah, it was
Is the
disappointing.
Are they nailing the vibe check? So they are, doing the whole ultimate, what is it? Ultimate weekend, 3-day party ship. Are they nailing that vibe, you think?
This based off the Sailaway, no.
And that was something that Kristen, hold on, I'm trying to tell Howie Cruz that Howie Cruz, I see you. We'll bring you up because Howie Cruz is on the preview. We'll bring you up after
Right,
Rockwell. No worries. Thank you. And they're getting settled because they just got home through the travel
right. I saw
debacle.
they
So
had some delays, so
yeah, so take your time. But actually, Kristen was hitting on that a little bit, Rockwell. Let me go back up. I'm piloting and driving this whole thing. There she goes. Kristen mentioned this, and I actually said it in Phil's and Dee's live. That whole split Lido deck actually
yeah,
impacts everything.
it
I
does. It was
want
a
to
mess.
actually add them to the
I
stage.
came.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
let's see. I'm adding them too. We
Hello,
were just talking
hello.
about y'all.
Hey, we in here?
Yeah, y'all are in here.
Looks like
And
you're
so
in
What's
there.
up?
is Rockwell.
Can y'all see D?
Yes, I have to kind of let's see. There
Oh, there
we
we go.
go,
There you go.
everybody. So actually, Phil, this is
Anybody?
a good time for all three of us or everybody to be on. We were talking about that Sailaway. So Phil and D, if y'all don't know, Phil and D's Travel Spree went live for the Sailaway, and we were talking
I,
about the vibe. What do y'all think about the vibe of that Sailaway?
It
I
took
went
a
to my
while.
cabin.
It took a while for it to build. And we were on earlier trying to make it to our room to get to our laptop. We heard you say that there was no definite focal point for the Stellaway party, and that's exactly true. You know what that split is, where it's, what the Central Grand Central is. It was like it was divided, and then they started a Congo line all around the ship, and then they kind of ended up in what I thought would be the focal point right there at that bar between the two, and then maybe after one line dance after that, everybody was split back up again.
Yeah,
But it was a long Cellaway party.
yeah,
It
y'all
was
had a
about,
whole hour.
yeah, it was an hour,
Was
and
it?
that's, yeah, for Royal, that's unusual. That is highly unusual. But like it had spikes. So it started off slow, then it kind of peaked, came back down slow, then it kind of peaked again a little bit. So it was just
Yeah.
up
It
and down,
started
up and
off
down.
slowly, so I
They're
didn't even
very
make it. I
slow.
think I was out there 10 minutes, and I'm going back to my room. They
Yeah,
needed to start off
after we
with the
got
bangers,
splashed
and
with
they
water by
did.
them
Right.
kids.
Yeah, yeah. Kids was splashing water.
Yeah. So
So, first day on the ship, y'all are saying the Cellaway was a little hit and miss because of that lack of focal point. It seems like something that Royal needs to fix with either like having like maybe a stage or something. I
right.
like that under area that kind of has that covering where y'all kind of end it. How was
Yeah.
embarkation for you? I'm going back to Rockwell real quick. How was embarkation for you, Rockwell?
It was easy. I mean, we kind of walked on together pretty
Yeah.
much. We saw them in line. Pretty easy. I mean, we literally got out of our van and walked in line, and we were on within 10 minutes. It was really
Mhm.
quick, so no issue at all.
How
But
about
there's
y'all,
no pomp and
Philly?
circumstance.
Yeah, like I said, we were right there in line together. We probably might have been there maybe 2 minutes, and then we saw Raquel walk up. We probably got there around 10:10. They told us to stand in the line. The line was long, so I don't know if they were letting anybody in or not. But about 10 minutes later, like everything just started rolling. And once that line started moving, we went straight through. We went straight through security, no problem. Like that line just kept moving, moving. It never stopped.
So it sounds like so far Royal continues to knock the embarkation day off the park, well, embarkation process out of the park. It also sounds like some of it is like what your usual Oasis class ship is. And for the 43 people who are chiming in, we got Raquel and Phil and D who are on the ship on Utopia of the Seas. What I know some of it seems like same old. What is there any part of the ship that has kind of wowed you? And I'm gonna start with Raquel first on that one.
I really like the solarium. I walked through the solarium area, and the solarium bistro, whatever. That area is really nice. Um, I think everything else I've seen on other ships, but the solarium just really wowed me. Everything else is beautiful. The ship is beautiful. So no issues with that. But I would say the solarium is probably going to be my go-to spot, one of my favorite spots.
Solarium. And then how about you, Philly D? So we have almost like a two kind of a bit of a contrast. Raquel, you're kind of doing a family trip, and we got Phil and D kind of doing baby moon. We dropped PJ off. So
Baby
what?
moon slash kid free, all in
So
one.
what has been y'all's favorite or part of the ship that you're kind of like, ooh, this is nice?
What you say? We really we haven't seen as much of the ship as Rockwell has. 'Cause right after that Sailaway party, we had dinner. Soon as it was over, we went to dinner. And soon after dinner was the show. We just came back from the show, so we still got a whole lot of exploring to do um, during this cruise. So I couldn't say that there was one part that just stuck out to me in my mind because it kind of reminds me of Harmony. Like I said, it's just another Oasis class ship. We were talking to the traveling types. He said it reminded them of Wonder of the Seas. So he said it was like Wonder Twin almost. So
I am getting a little bit of feedback. Kristen has a question. She says, "Is the and we just had Howie Cruz who's on the preview sailing join us, and they are fresh from Orlando. They survived the great glitch of 2025. I have them on mute for the second. I'm gonna get y'all unmuted. But Kristen has this question: Is the Royal Railway, say that 5 times, available for this booking?
it is. So what we found out while we were on Celebrity, we were paying attention to the Facebook group, and so you couldn't because we wanted to book it, so you couldn't book it in the app. But you had I saw in the Facebook group you had to call in and request it.
And
Okay.
I think there's a lot of confusion because I went to guest services and they told me it's not available. I was going to message you guys. So I don't know
Really?
whether they're saying it's sold out, but like it's not showing available online. I know you guys said you booked it over the phone. They told me it's not even available to be booked. So I don't know.
Uh,
I walked up there to see if I could, maybe see someone there, but it was closed off and had a sign you can't enter. But it
gotcha.
did say that the next service was 6 p.m. So I don't know if they're having it tonight. I don't know. There's a lot of miscommunication about that.
Yeah, well, they took our money, so something better be available.
Right, right.
So is
But
it
we also heard, I don't know if it was from you or the traveling type, they said it was like 500 people that did the back to back from the first cruise, and a lot of them booked up their reservation for that. So, oh,
wow?
Leanne, was that Leanne? That might have been Leanne. I think Leanne told us that.
Wow, so I'm guessing those reviews of the Royal Railway are going to slowly start trickling in. Want to quickly welcome Howie Cruz to the chat.
Hey,
They
Hey,
had
Julie
Howie.
the
Brand.
opportunity to do this.
Hey,
Hey,
Rico.
Rico. Hi, Dylan. They had the opportunity to do the preview sailing, and I got to meet them at Cruise 360, where they got to do this preview sailing. So let's, I guess, compare notes. We have people who did the preview, which was in the middle of the week, and we have people who are doing the second embarkation. How we cruise. I'm happy y'all joined us because I know y'all are getting settled in back from Orlando.
Walked in the door 5 minutes ago. We were like delayed 3 hours, and then we came home and we have dogs jumping on us and kids jumping on us. But thanks for having us in. Yeah, we had a great time. I've been listening though, so I have a couple of things.
Cool. What were your first impressions? And I guess I'll start with you all. I'll finish the circle too. What were your first impressions of Utopia this season? So, well, I guess first tell us about, like, are you all like loyal Royal? Do you do Royal Caribbean? And then give us what your first impressions were for Utopia.
Well, we advertise as non-denominational cruisers, so we do all lines and we don't exclude anyone. But we do a lot of Royal. It works out really well. We travel with the 3 kids, and up until about a couple months ago, all 3 were under 13. So taking advantage of the Kids Sail Free promotion worked out really good for us. So
2 out of 3 isn't bad now.
We've done a lot of Royal. So and Oasis class is probably our favorite class. Well, until we tried Icon, that might have replaced it. But yeah. So for initial impressions, it's a really nice looking Oasis class ship.
Yeah, I like the upgrades. I like what's there. Now, we haven't been on Wonder, but from everybody else that we've been on other Oasis class ships, Oasis and Harmony and soon Symphony, but not Wonder. And from what we hear is like a carbon copy of Wonder, with the exception of now the Pesky Parrot versus the Binoc Bar, and the Royal Railway is now there.
Which I think I'm excited. I haven't been on yet, but I'm watching to study, because I'll just do a sneak peek. I feel like I'm gonna curse myself. I did book the President's Cruise for 2025. So I plan on doing all the research up for a year, and hopefully all things will come in. But I got excited about Pesky Parrot because that's a play off of Bamboo Room that was on Mariner of the Seas. So that is my vibe. I love a good tiki rum bar. Gonna pop over to Phil and D real quick. What were your first impressions? I know y'all kind of were talking about the embarkation was cool. You gave us a great preview of the Sailaway party on your channel. What were your overall first impressions
of the ship?
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Now, y'all did Oasis class? Yeah, Harmony.
Yeah, we did Harmony in 2019. Yeah. So that's how long. That was her first Royal Caribbean ship. Yeah, that's what got her sold.
I wouldn't say that's why
it was the Oasis class ship that got her sold. And we're back.
Cool.
No, it's beautiful though. It really is.
Cool. Yeah. D, what else do you think? Like, what do you think? Because D has the introverted vibe, and I see like Sid Cruiser in the chat. Who else is like some of my favorites? Is like, people who like to get on the ship and kind of decompress. Because Phil is the get on the ship and he's like, rah. And Rockwell is also a little more like, I want to relax. What do you think for the more introverted, or not really introverted, like more relaxation cruiser? What parts of the ship kind of stick out to you?
I don't know, because I've been following Phil around, so I've been and all of the places that are not the relaxing parts. But listening to Rockwell, I'm gonna have to check out that Solarium real quick and bring my book.
Phil is Joe Jackson in the content,
right?
I would say Joe. I would not say Joe.
How about you, Rockwell? What were your first impressions?
My first impressions of the ship. I don't know. I'm not like overly impressed. Mm-hmm. I just it didn't have the hype of Icon, obviously. So I didn't go into it thinking it was Icon, but it's just I feel like I'm on a regular old ship. I don't feel like it's anything special. But I've only been on a few hours, so that could change. I'm just not I'm enjoying the ship. It's a beautiful ship. There's a lot to do. But I'm not overly impressed with anything, but it's good. There's nothing really bad.
Well, let's hit on this point here. Destination Fun says they were on Allure of the Seas, which we know is heading to dry dock, which I'm sad I missed Allure before it goes to, I believe, Barcelona. Anyway, they said with 4 days on the ship, they said Allure of the Seas with 4 days on the ship, it was hard to see the whole ship. How do you feel? Do you have the same sentiments with Utopia? Do you think it's going to be hard to cover ground?
I've seen the whole ship within the time that I've been on board. I've done a full ship tour already. So I think you can see the whole ship, but whether you can actually enjoy the full ship, That's the thing. But I think with this being a short itinerary that goes to Nassau and Coco Cay, if you've cruised Royal before, you've more than likely been to Nassau, you've more than likely been to Coco Cay. So you got to make decisions on which port might you miss. So like I know for us, tomorrow's Nassau. We're probably only going to get off for an hour or two because I have something else I have to do in Nassau, and we're getting back on the ship. Coco Cay, we're just going to get off for an hour to snorkel. We're getting right back on. So I think if you are strategic in how you do things and not really focus on I think like when you book this, you need to know this is based on the ship, not the itinerary. Really spend time on the ship, partake in all the activities. You know, they have so many pools, kids activities, for families. Like there's a lot to do on the ship. So I probably would just skip the ports altogether. Like I'm already anticipating us booking this again as a family, and we probably would not get off in any of the ports. We would just stay on the ship.
Gotcha. So everybody on the screen is a travel agent. So I'm going to ask this question. I'm going to kick it to Phil and D for this one. For folks who are enjoying this a 3 or 4 day cruise, there are some elements that seems like completely hammered out already. Who would you all recommend this ship for? And then I'm going to bounce that question over to how we cruise too. So start with Phil and D. Who would you recommend this for, let's say within the next 6 months?
It seems like they're trying to build this into like a party show, almost like Carnival Freedom. Yeah. Almost. It seems like that's the vibe they're going for. Like I even pointed out in my live, they had the activities director just, getting down, dance with everybody, which you never really see from Royal.
Yeah.
So
I mean, even the cruise director at the Sailaway was like, "It's time to party. We're partying all of the days. Like time for sleep when you get home." Like so, they're like promoting party.
Yeah. So if you love the party, like me,
knowing that there may still be some kinks,
like
so going into it knowing like there may be some kinks here and there within the next 6 months. If you're okay with that, then yeah, I would recommend it if you want to party.
But anybody like Freedom of the Seas, I would say this is probably the ship for them.
A big old freedom.
That's what it is.
What do y'all think? Who would you recommend this ship for? Like, there's people who are making like maybe 3-month decisions who are kind of like, do I pick Utopia or do I pick Freedom?
I love this question because we talk about this a lot. And I'm just going to kind of preface it with, Icon is the biggest family vacation ship, and it's geared towards family and kids. So you see people maybe complaining in some places that there's so many kids running around and this and that and whatever. Well, that's their demographic. So maybe that's not the ship for you if you don't want kids running around. This ship I really feel like their clients are late 20s, early 30s. Maybe it's a parent getaway, but more likely either single or friends getting away, bachelor parties, bachelorette parties.
Parents that want to relive their college years.
Definitely parents want to live, or just,
like Phil and D.
No kids that want to party because they definitely go for the party vibe. It's like, it's supposed to be like you're getting away for the weekend. And so that's what we have. 3 younger kids, and although they would have a great time, it's not the first ship that I would pick to bring them away on. I also think that short itinerary, if we were going to do it again, I would definitely want to do a back-to-back to extend it to 7 days because
to answer all those questions.
Yeah.
Yes, back-to-back needed.
Yeah, it depends because there's lots of reasons why you would want to go away. Like I said, bachelor party, bachelorette party, friends get away. If you live super close to the port and you could just get away, but the price tag is higher for that type of short getaway. So I think that's the demographic I think they're going for.
Gotcha. I like this perspective here. And I'm also going to ping because I know you all have younger children. Raquel has a teenager. So I want to Raquel, remind me to ask about that teenager perspective since Howie Cruz said they maybe not for the younger kids. But we have folks like Kristen, right, who, Royal's been doing a lot of promo with Icon, Utopia, Star coming, that has been getting people interested come back to Royal. She says that, she hasn't been on Royal for 14 years, not totally a fan. If she were to get on the ship, based on what y'all have seen so far, where would y'all recommend that she go on the ship to it doesn't have to be like a vibe, like something that she should see on this ship because she only got 3 days, 4 days. So where would you send somebody who's just been back on Royal, trying to make a good impression? Where should she go first?
Well, you know me, I would be asking questions like, well, what made you become not a fan of Royal? And we can start there and then kind of put the pieces together to see where she should go.
Are you trying to be a therapist?
I'm just saying. That's my brain. That's my brain.
I love it. Because, yeah, I mean, you want to ask all the questions. What's your vibe? Kristen, what's your vibe? Like, what do you want to do? Because, again, you only got 3-4 days to get this right. Howie Cruz, where would you send her? 14 years, hasn't been on Royal. Where are you going?
I don't. What?
It depends on what you want. I mean, when it comes, I would say the buffet up at the Windjammer was better than it's been on previous ships.
Good to know.
I still don't put Royal's food at the top. Yeah. It's again, and that's coming from people who love Royal.
I don't either.
The food's not so. I wouldn't start there. I mean, the concept of the bars is cool. So if you like those kind of unique-y kind of bars, I mean, we every time we go on a Carnival ship, we love to find an alchemy bar. But these Royal ships, they there's some different concepts. So Pesky Parrot was very cool.
We love
the View Bar was very cool.
That's the new bar
15.
Outside on deck 15 by the pools. That's cool. We love music. So at night we liked jumping from the schooner bar to listen to the piano, down to the pub to listen to the guitarist, and then up in the mason jar. Brian James is absolutely phenomenal. He's down there. Stephen Burke right now, of course, musicians change out, but that's what we like. Yeah. But it really depends on what you like. So,
Kristen, I know Kristen. Kristen loves a good cocktail. We had the traveling.
Oh yeah, Aqua Theater. Most definitely.
So there is an Aqua Theater on this ship.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is the show different?
Yes. Oh my God. It's so good.
We got something new. I want to make sure I quickly welcome in the traveling types have jumped on. Hi, y'all. I can't hear you. There you go. Where are y'all on the ship? Oh, that is funny. Right next to Rockwell.
Yeah, we can't hear him.
Yeah, your sound's not working, but thanks for popping in. I'm going to give y'all a second just to get the sound together. And I'm going to pop it over to Rockwell. Rockwell, I don't want to do that because it's not going to let them back in. I don't want to. Hold on, I'm just trying to see if I can hide it. I can't. I'm going to join back in later. Rockwell, I didn't lose y'all though, so cool. Get the sound together. Rockwell, for the adolescent perspective, because you on your stories, you had a beautiful view of the kids club, or I can't remember what it's called. Give me the technical name for it, and then I know you can't speak for Dice, but I'm sure Dice has kind of gave you the team tea. What is he thinking? What do you think?
Well, I want to go back to what Kristen said about, because as I'm listening, I'm reflecting that, and I think oh my gosh, Siobhan said that like if you've been on one, you've done them all. That's kind of how I feel with this, and I haven't been on many Oasis class ships, but I too, like I'm cruising Royal Caribbean. I am not a huge fan of Royal Caribbean, so I think that's probably part of it for me. And I think what I would look for, like Kristen asked the question of, what should we share with her? What should she do? For me, it's the activities. Like I need to see a schedule of back-to-back activities like they are on Carnival, because that's what I like. I like the activities. I like the shows. The show tonight was really good. So I enjoy those things, but I'm just not I feel like Royal Caribbean's a little too laid back for me. I am not a party person at all, but I like back-to-back activities. I like to be able to people watch and watch people have fun at Sailaway Party and do these, things. So I mean, listening in to hear that people don't feel this is for families, it's hard for me because I think I gravitate to areas that are probably for families. Like I'm thinking on Icon, I was always in Surfside. So I tend to gravitate. So I don't ever see the nightclub. I don't rarely see the bars. I don't see. So in my mind, I'm like, this could absolutely be for families, but that's probably because I don't go to the pool. I'm not at the swim up bar. I'm not at those party atmospheres. So I do think it could be for families, but again, I've only been on it a half a day. So
Yeah.
that could change. You know, if I'm walking around seeing drunk people and I'm, that could change. But as of now, I mean, I was at family karaoke earlier. That was awesome. Went to the show. That's family friendly. That was awesome. The Teens Club, it was such an open space. They had video games. They had like a selfie machine. I haven't made it down to the younger kids clubs, but it looked like a really nice space. Now
Mhm.
their hours are a little different. Like they didn't open tonight until 8 p.m.
Oh, that's late.
It's 8 p.m. till 1 a.m. I don't know about the younger kids. So the hours could be a little different than like Carnival where they're, C Day, they're pretty much open all day.
Mhm.
But I mean, just in what I've seen so far, I would maybe recommend it for families.
Mhm.
But I could see where, there's a lot of bars. There's, the
I just want
pools
to
were
jump in.
packed.
Yeah.
I'll clarify really quick. I think the best ship at sea is any Oasis class ship for families. So that I'll agree with you with it. I do absolutely love it. But the vibe for me and for us, I think, was really just that we'd prefer another Oasis class or Icon class for the kids because they're pushing that party and we're not big party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We enjoy the music, we enjoy the menus, but
And see, I haven't seen the push for the party because I guess I've avoided those areas so far. So I'll be more intentional, like tomorrow, to be around to see that party push because I haven't seen it yet. The Sailaway for me was pretty weak, but I was only there for a little bit.
And for me as a solo cruiser, like it takes a lot for me to be like, this is a party. Because I had my heyday in DC where I was in the nightclub every Friday. So for you to say like it's a party, it really has to be a party. But for me on Royal, especially Oasis class ships, I just come off Royal feeling very relaxed because I like all of the sitting areas. So I like, like all the perches, the solarium, the pool deck, the Central Park, just to kind of like sit and be. But I know there is a nightclub. I know there's a Sailaway party. I know there's Boleros. But for me, I'll get there and I'm kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
Even though Hideaway shocked me a little bit. We got the traveling type in. I think they're in their room and it looked like they got good tech. So I'm going to try them again. Hi. It's low. Is it me? Oh, and okay.
Can you hear us?
Now I can. Welcome in.
So I don't feel that party vibe just yet.
Okay.
Mentioned it, but I'm still looking forward to. We were Sailaway. For the Sailaway, I feel like yes, Royal is trying to step it up with their Sailaways, but it's still not a Carnival. And I, like Raquel said, I have not found that party vibe just yet. It's still new, but still, I haven't.
Now, the traveling type, introduce yourselves and like what kind of cruisers are y'all? Like when you're on a cruise ship, what do you typically do?
We're all over the place. We like to relax. We do, like if we're on Carnival, you're going to find us on Lita. We're usually not in quiet areas. We like the upbeat music, just having fun type thing. Yeah.
Now, I have a follow-up question. How we cruise? Did y'all go to did y'all go to Perfect Day when you were in your preview?
yeah.
Okay,
we did.
I'm curious with the party ship. How was Hideaway, or how was maybe just the island in general? Did you all were you sharing a report with somebody, and then what was the vibe there, given that this is going to be a target party audience?
So we went to that. We were on the preview, and so we were actually on the ship for 6 days. So we got to see a lot of it.
Wow.
Yeah. So we went to the Hideaway for the first one, and they brought the party for a little bit. That was a little bit more mellower and chill. But we heard that the second time it got pretty pretty party vibe, a lot more
Mhm.
for that 19th maiden voyage trip. I'm glad we went and we did it and we experienced it because we always have the kids with us. So we don't do that.
I'll come right out and say it.
But
the preview sailing was weird.
It was weird. But
it was not the clientele. I don't think that ship was.
Oh, okay.
It was a lot of people running around taking pictures,
corporate
and videos, and corporate. And the inaugural was the first, I think, sailing that had the clients on it that they were planning the ship for.
You'll see the party vibe on the ship for sure. At like the afternoon pool party, the 2:00 pool party. So that's where we plan it. But also like at night, whatever. Yeah. But the Hideaway, I'm glad I experienced it. I don't need to go back.
Yeah, they should make it free. But it's cool to hear that perspective because people are going to be watching content from preview cruisers. And it sounds like people might want to also try to catch some content for people who actually got on the inaugurals like you all. Because the preview seems like it didn't catch all of the character of the ship because it wasn't for true, I don't say true cruisers, but it was more for, those who are in sales, complimentary, here's a gift, let's shake it down versus the actual customer.
Yeah. I mean, the parties, the plunge pool party, that was 2:00 in the afternoon on the sea day, or on the, I don't know if it was every day. Was it every day? I still getting my thoughts all together.
No, because, well, yes, but no. Because Raquel, like you said earlier, we didn't get off the ship. I mean, we got off in Coco Cay.
Just
before the Hideaway, and then that was the only time we got off. We didn't get off in Nassau. We didn't get back off in Coco Cay again. We visited the ship. One of the coolest places, like chill places that I really liked, and it's really quiet during the day, was especially when everybody else is getting off the island. If you do stay on the ship, like Giovanni's now is in a new location, super quiet, great place to hide away, like to actually hide away.
Wait, where did they put Giovanni's? Because it was in the middle of it was in Central Park when I went on Oasis. Where they put it?
So it's now on deck
11
and 12. 11 and 12 because it is
where Wonderland used to be.
It overlooks, where to Wonderland. So it overlooks the boardwalk, and like you can see like the old bits. But it's like there's never anybody in there. Maybe in the evening, we didn't go there in the evening, but it was so quiet. We sat there and had a really nice quiet drink. If you wanted to read a book or if you wanted to get some work done, total great like little place to hide away.
Cool. So some small adjustments. I have Leanne Travels is here. Hold on, Leanne, I heard you are in the railway. I wonder if can I make it big on you? How do I do it?
Was the food good? It's very good. Hi guys, hi. I actually just got out the Utopia station. It was amazing. Yeah, if you could see, I don't know how to flip my camera, but this is it. So the door is actually closed because the train took off with the second batch of guests, and they go through the whole shebang. So like outside. It was like, I would say, you know what, I wasn't even paying attention to the time, to be honest. It was probably like an hour and a half, I think. It could have been because what it was when I first came on, I tried to get reservations, but they said the previous guest who was here, like 500 people stayed over, so they booked up all the spots, so there was no spots, and I think it wasn't working or something like that. Maybe if Raquel was on, she might be able to tell you. But listen, it was great because even when you're outside, there's like the time clock and you could see like the name spinning. It says Wild Wild West train trip. It started at 8:30 p.m. It have all the guests that's in there. It have their names on the board, and it's
they put the
flickering.
actual guest name on. That's
They put
cool.
the actual guest name, like you could see Harder, Bristol, Wells, and more, and it tells you which car they're in and their table number. So it's really, really interactive when you get in there as well. And as you can see, the door is closed. It tells you to all trains, you go this way. So when you go in, it actually looks like if it's a train station. And it's really nice. You have to have your cameras ready because
Okay.
like and they give you a ticket as well.
How much was
It's
it?
it was my bill came up to 89. That's with the gratuity and everything.
Not bad. So hold one
And
second.
and
1 second.
you could actually get it with specialty dining, I believe.
Oh, okay, because that's the question that's up here right now. And I'm going to pop
Yeah.
on the traveling times. I know they haven't said a whole lot because they just popped on and we got a lot of people on stage. Traveling types, are you all planning on doing any specialty dining? And then I'm going to pop over to Phil and D because the question was directed to you. So traveling types, do you have any specialty dining lined up?
Being on board. When getting off on Friday, we're doing we're trying to here as well.
Yeah, y'all are breaking up a bit. I'm going to pop over to Phil and D. Phil and D, what are y'all planning on trying specialty dining?
Yeah, we were going to try the railway.
Yeah, we have the railway booked for the third day.
Exciting. Who we got? Howie Cruz. Did you all try anything? I know you mentioned Giovanni's moved.
Well, we just went there to sit. We didn't eat there. We wanted to do the railway, but they only had one car running when we were there, and it booked up immediately. We tried. I mean, yeah,
We tried.
yeah.
Tell me more about that. Is it two different sides that open up or something? Do they
We
rotate?
didn't even go in.
We weren't even able to get in to get some. They had it all closed up. So
yeah, we weren't able to get in. But it was okay. That we missed it. We sat in Giovanni's, loved the location and loved like the vibe during the day because you can go there just to go to the bar. We did just like Raquel. We went to on boarding day. We went to the Mason Jar for lunch also, or for brunch also. But we did hit the Windjammer also because they always have like the specialty and the first sailing food. So there was lobster and shrimp and all that. So we got a snack there and then went to the Mason Jar later. I think the food at the Mason Jar, the watermelon salad was phenomenal.
Okay.
I loved the shrimp po' boy one time, but then not the other time. We were there briefly another time and I had to. And so once was okay and the other time was just meh.
I love the burger.
You love the burger.
What do you mean that's all we did?
What else did you do?
We've been traveling all day. We were just away for a while. I don't know what we did 5 minutes ago.
We went to Hooked on the first
Oh
night.
yeah, that's right. We did Hooked.
Wait, they have Hooked on the ship?
They do have Hooked on the ship, yep. And it's beautiful. It kind of overlooks the solarium. It's above the solarium, and you can go out that way. It's by the view bar. So
Hi.
Ooh. I'm sorry, I'm playing around with settings.
yeah, Hooked was really good. It was really, really good.
Cool. Just so people can get like a quick everybody can see everybody. So let's see. Popped over to Raquel real quick. Raquel, they said they heard your take on food. The questions for Phil and D again. Y'all are popular. Phil and D, what is your take on the food so far?
Well, we'll start off in the buffet. Well, they said they were going to treat this selling like the inaugural selling as far as gifts and everything like that. So that also trickled down into the buffet. So we had lobster and we had shrimp in the buffet on day one. Well, I guess this still is day one. We had lobster and shrimp today in the buffet. But it wasn't hitting like celebrities. Like when we were on the show.
I think so because we just got off a celebrity and then coming over here to Royal, I think like our take on food is gonna be like
it took a step down.
Yeah.
Since it's not celebrity. We had to actually put a little salt and pepper on our food in the main dining room today.
A little salt and pepper don't hurt nobody.
It's Royal's food, so
Leslie Ann is giving us a tour. So Leslie Ann, where are you, girl?
I'm in the promenade.
Okay. So you like to be outside too?
Yeah, I'm in the promenade. So they have the Utopia sign here. And let me get in a quieter area. Sorry, I'm gonna mute for a second.
Okay. Let's see who I can pop up and see. Who we got here? Who would talk about adults only area? I'm gonna try a traveling type. What y'all think about the adults only area?
So we passed through it for a bit, and it looks nice, but to me, it seems like the same adult area that you would find on one. But it does look nice, and we plan to go up there tomorrow. What it's like.
Gotcha. I'm gonna pan out real quick. Oh, go ahead, Dale. Go ahead. I think I might have
Okay,
missed
I'm
it.
back. Oh.
Good. Hold on real quick, Leslie. So raise your hand if you have been on Celebrity. All right, this question is for the folks who have been on Celebrity. Dale Coleman. Hey, Dale. I realized that was the Dale. Hey, Dale. Dale says he's never booked Royal. How is it different from Celebrity? Who wants that question first? I'm going Rockwell. Oh, somebody's saying hi to her. She's a fan. Her fans are saying hello. Phil and D, y'all are fresh off.
So first of all,
Oh my gosh! Hold on, Phil and D, come back. Wait. Okay, Lord,
here we go.
The wrong button. Here we
Dale,
go.
we are not underbidding anybody. We won fair and square. Just to say that. I saw that comment. But how is it different? You go.
I don't know. With Royal, you always get good service. Like always get good service. But I feel like on this particular selling, they're going like above and beyond, like out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
You know, they came to her and was like,
because I didn't eat all my food.
Is there anything that happened that you just didn't like the food? No, she just didn't finish. She was full. You know, just if there's anything that happens, I'll take it back myself and personally cook it and make sure it meets your standards. Like they're going above and beyond, which we're not necessarily used to.
Yeah.
But as far as the service, would you say they're about the same? Or?
I feel like the service is about the same. I feel like the only Celebrity is just like a step up from Royal. So you get more of a
luxurious
vibe and setting and rooms and things like that. But
the food is better.
Oh, of course.
The food is better, Dale. I would say the food is a lot better. So our cruise with Celebrity was to Alaska and not the Caribbean. So I'm not sure how they compare there because Alaska was a lot more chill. So I don't know that on that, but the service is about the same and the food is better on Celebrity. So you'd be taking a step down on Royal as far as quality of food.
Yeah, you can't go to Royal expecting Celebrity.
I would
go ahead.
Anyone ask me like which I like to offer Celebrity is always
welcome in 51 people. So we have some people who are either on the ship who I have just got the preview, and we have Leslie Ann who is in the Studio B. Leslie Ann is getting her steps in.
Yeah, all over the place, ain't
so
she?
while Leslie Ann is walking, I'm gonna let some of y'all do the talking. Who anybody have a neighborhood balcony?
Yes, we got one.
Tell the people. Mm-hmm.
We don't hear the noise when the balcony door is shut. We don't hear anything.
It shuts pretty tight.
Yeah.
Like you think it would be louder than what it was.
Right.
That's not the case. Now, I guess that's because the seals are so fresh on this door that it's not really sound is really not penetrating through. Maybe catch it in about a couple years. But right now, like I said, we don't really hear anything out there on the boardwalk.
I even stepped out to like on the balcony because I thought it was quieter out there to like talk on the phone. And I was like, oh, it's pretty noisy out here because I couldn't hear it in the room. So, yeah.
I'm going to pop this question to, I think, How We Cruise, because I'm not sure anybody else do back-to-back. Quality Child Care is asking, wait, I'm sorry, wrong person. On the Go with Yellow says, would you say a back-to-back is needed?
If you want to, if you want to treat it like a typical Oasis class 7-day or longer cruise, then yeah, it is. But like, if you want to experience the ship just for, the new features, the weekend getaway, the we'll call it the royal party version. You can do what they're offering in 3 days. They had the entertainment, you go see 3 shows, you see an ice show, you see an aqua show, you see a production show. And then after those shows are over, later on in the evening, you consider they have a dance party one night, they have a toga party another night, and they have the before the blue.
So if you've been on an Oasis class, or if you've been on Royal, at midnight they do a balloon drop on your boarding day, and we thought it was very strange that there was no balloon drop. Everybody was like, "What is it? Where is it?" It's on your last night, and it's at 10:30. So the last night, 10:30 sharp. And I don't know what the change was about, but
it seemed like a liability, because if you watch A Rich and Jazzy Life, that was no bueno. Rockwell, I'm gonna pop over to you. Would your impression be you need a back-to-back? And I'm gonna get Leslie Ann to say something, because your girlfriend's been on the hike. Would you do a back-to-back?
Did you ask would I want to do a back-to-back, or is it needed? I think if you do the 4-night, I don't think a back-to-back is necessarily needed. I guess it depends on your cruising style too. Like I like the action. I try to get to everything, hit up everything, so I can knock everything out in 4 days. Just depends on your style. If you're someone that, it's kind of leisurely and you want to experience everything, but you're just not like on the go like I'm usually on the go, then yeah, maybe a back-to-back. But I don't know if it's necessary. I guess it's hard for me to say at this point. I don't know if I would personally do a back-to-back, but if so, I would say probably do the 4-day cruise over the 3-day for sure, because you'll have that extra sea day. If you decide to get off in port, it just gives you a little bit more time. I would probably definitely choose the 4-day over a 3-day, but I personally would book a back-to-back.
Now, Leslie Ann's been getting all of her steps in. Leslie Ann, what you doing, girl? Where are you now? You've been all over the ship.
I'm trying to get to the show. So I actually missed the ice skating show. So I just walked in, and it finished actually. So right now I'm trying to get into All In. Starts at 9:30. So that's what I'm up to, and then I'm gonna go to the skating show.
You must be
Yeah.
running on fumes, because you barely made it to the ship yourself.
Girl, at least I didn't have any kind of flight delays or anything getting here. But with Celebrity, oh my gosh, it was a hell of a trek. With me flight being canceled and then having to try. But Delta saved me. I know it didn't save you, but Delta saved me getting to Seattle.
That was shade, Leslie Ann. That was shade.
Yeah.
You go on mute for the shade. 1 second. Don't leave
Yeah.
us though. Don't leave us.
Okay.
Did anybody catch Rev Run?
We didn't get to meet him, but we did get to see part of his show when he was on, and yeah, it was great. Yeah.
So he performed, or is he supposed to be?
Oh yeah, no, he told at the naming. He was out there, and we thought he was going to go to Hideaway also, and he didn't. But I don't know if he was actually supposed to go or it was a rumor. But he did the naming, and he did it. But he was out there for a while. It was, yeah. So it was really, really, really cool. We were with Beach Please was on the sailing with us, and Betsy from Beach Please did run into him. And he said, "If you see me on the ship, give me a big hug." And she went up to him. She's like, "I'm getting my big hug." So I had that goal, but I wasn't as fortunate.
So someone points out El Loco Fresh. Is El Loco Fresh still the Mexican concept on this ship?
It is. I won't try it.
Yeah, we tried it on
Independence.
We tried it on Independence, and we don't have to try it again.
Yeah, I ate some sorry nachos that I made myself, but they're holding on to it. I want to get on Allure, but they might. I heard they're going to take it out. I want to try Saberos, but I don't think is it Sabero. What's the what is it?
Sabor.
Yes, I want to try that, but I heard it's going to be leaving whenever it goes to dry dock.
Probably.
I love Sabor though, and Harmony. We've had Sabor.
Leslie Ann, how was the food on the railway?
It was amazing. I mean, it was a great, great experience. From the beginning of the show, like they called me in last minute, so I sat with another couple, and they start with the interaction. You have your ticket. The ticket agent comes in, takes your ticket, and they go through the whole spiel with that. The food was really good. I had the entree. I had a lobster salad. Was really good. It had gold truffles on it, and for my dessert, they actually accommodated me because I'm actually allergic to chocolate. So they actually made me a gold bar with gold on top with minus the chocolate. So it was really nice that they accommodated me in that way. So I still kind of got the experience with the dessert without it having chocolate. The food was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Do
I
you think
would
it
definitely,
was worth it
definitely
for
do.
$89?
I think it is. And the thing is that I was going to buy specialty dining, but because I was thinking that specialty dining, it wouldn't be included with the specialty dining. That's what made me not purchase the specialty dining because I figured I couldn't use it. Some things they tell you can't use it with the specialty dining. So I didn't mind, but it is included.
Now
So you could
this is
have.
this 1 second. So somebody easy selling probably needs to be on here. Easy selling, I'm gonna figure out who you are one day. Easy selling says has some tea. The real cruise director arrives next month. Have any of y'all heard about this?
Who's the real cruise director?
I don't know, but
I
Easy.
haven't. Yeah, I haven't seen a cruise director. Like even the show, they didn't open up and say anything, or usually Royals. That's
It's
when
a
I see the cruise
woman.
director on Royal. They just started the
No,
show,
it's a
so
woman.
She was on that.
So the
It's
cruise
actually
director
a
came to
woman. It's a woman who's the cruise director.
Sailaway.
Hold on.
It is a woman right now, but I don't forgot what she said. What her name was, but she came, made a brief appearance, and then she left.
I saw her getting low. She was kind of like doing something and bringing it back, and then the fireball.
I think that was the
that was the activities
director.
Yeah, the
Oh,
cruise director was like in white. Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's the biggest thing with Royal. Like they don't have that big emphasis on, or their cruise director is more of like an executive staff than like an entertainment person. Mishi Rose, hey Mishi Rose, I think you're new. Is asking the group, and welcome in 52 people. We are couch cruising Utopia of the Seas, and everybody on the screen. 4 people are actually on the ship. One couple is actually fresh off the ship from the previous sailing, and Mishi is asking, do they have swim up bars and dive in movies?
No swimmer bar, but they have the chairs in the pool where you could sit in the pool with it like a lounge chair. But there's no swimmer bar. At least I didn't see any. It's not like the icon.
And do they have movies at night on the deck? Is that a thing?
I'm not sure. I haven't been up there since earlier today. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's what.
Okay, everybody's trying to figure out where the activities are. Fair. A lot of interest in the railway. Where is the railway located on the ship?
Deck 4 app.
On the back of the ship, deck 4. And it sounds like we have to book it currently ahead of time, right?
It's booked up. It's actually booked up till end of August. So if anybody's coming on this sailing, they should try to book it if they can. If not, you should have done that from before. I'm sorry. We're now for trying to form a line for the
The
show.
show. You trying to get into the show. Regina's asking about one of my favorite restaurants, which is 150 Central. Does the ship have it?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe I saw it in Central Park. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where it is.
Yes. Thank you. It was the best restaurant they got. Let's see. I'm looking through to see if anybody has other questions. People are talking about the food. Talk about Celebrity Edge. And okay, cool. So I know we're hitting. I have y'all's time. I know like Howie Cruz just got fresh off of the ship. So I'm gonna go around and ask. I don't know what I want to ask. Oh wait, where's the private chat? Hold on, make sure I'm not missing anything. Try to. Oh, okay, that was Leslie. What do I want to ask? I don't know. Who has the final question? I'm trying to think of a good one. I don't want to ask like, would you be back? Okay, my question for you is based on what you've encountered. As you're saying goodbye, make sure you tell us, where people can find you, how they can log into your channel. And based on your experience, should Royal go bigger or smaller? So I'm trying to think who logged on first. I think it was Rockwell, right?
I think so.
Okay. So Rockwell, tell people where they can find you, which information you want to drop. You can drop anything that you want to share with people. And then should Royal go bigger or smaller?
Well, first off, you guys can find us on YouTube, MH Family Adventures. We're also on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Be sure to follow our stories because I'm trying to be more intentional about posting stories so you can catch things in real time. But I'm gonna say I like the size of the ship. I don't think they need to go larger. I think this size is perfect. There are enough activities. I feel like the space on board is well utilized. They plan things out well. Like I don't think they need to go bigger because honestly, I prefer this size, probably even a little smaller than I did Icon. Icon of the Seas was just way too much for me. So I personally think this size is good. So I would say stay here, maybe a little smaller, but nothing bigger.
Thank you for that. And thanks for joining us, Rockwell.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Oh, you're back in your room. Go to bed. Enjoy your evening.
It's that time right now.
I know what that means. And same. Thanks for popping on.
All right.
All right. So we're moving Rockwell from the stage. Up next was, I can't remember if it was Phil and D or Howie Cruz. I think it was Phil and D. Okay. So
Yeah,
Phil, huh?
I said, yeah, what was us next?
Cool. I want to throw a bonus question in there. So, of course, tell us where we can find you. Anything you want to announce or pitch. Tell me if Royal should go bigger or smaller. And for a couple like yourself, would you recommend this ship or something else to get like a getaway from a little person?
So you can find us on YouTube. Our name's right there on the screen, Phil and D's Travel Spree. You can also find us on Facebook there as well. And then we are also on TikTok and Instagram at Phil and D Travels. I don't think Royal should go bigger. Icon is already having issues with the engine and stuff like that, propulsion issues. It just seems like it's way too much ship for what the world is trying to do. I mean, I see the idea. We saw it with our own eyes at Coco Cables that last month. Angle, I do want to get on. But if they are going to go bigger, they need to figure something out. But it's already a lot of ship. Even the Oasis class is a lot of ship. So like I said, it's always something to do. Like I said, they're going to eventually, if they go bigger, the price is going to go up. And I think you'll start to see a lot of people naturally just kind of, stick within at least the Oasis class or smaller. But for a couple of like ourselves, we got two different vacation styles.
So if we are like going and getting away to like celebrate like his birthday or something, for sure, because they have like toga parties and all of these different parties that are happening that we're going to go check out and see what they're like. And I think it'll be a good experience.
Wait a minute. They got a toga party on this ship?
I just saw it when I was looking for the movie.
Wow.
But they have a lot of parties, so I think this is a good. Once they kind of iron out the kinks and everything, it'll be a great ship to come and party and just have fun and enjoy yourself. If you're looking for a weekend getaway where you want to relax away from the kids, maybe not. So, yeah.
Yeah, if you're a turn up couple, if y'all a turn up couple and y'all like to drink, this will
Which
be.
I can turn up and drink after this baby, but I can find it in me. But most of the time, I like to relax.
Well, cool. Thank you all so much for being on. This is Feeling D of Feeling D's Travel Spree. And make sure you all lock into their channel. Thanks for joining us. And kudos to y'all again for really putting in that work. As soon as y'all hit the ship, we've all been locked into your content. So make sure y'all follow them on all the channels.
Thank you.
Thank y'all though. Bye, y'all. Okay, so we got, all right. I think it was Howie Cruz. All right, so I'm gonna do bigger, or should we go bigger or smaller, and then just leave us something about the family perspective.
All right. Well, we're Julie and Brian. We are Howie Cruz, so you can find us on all the platforms as well. We're on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and so I don't know.
And Facebook.
And Facebook. Thank you.
And we do our weekly live show on Sunday nights. Where this Sunday we'll be kind of going through, once we organize all our thoughts, we'll be doing.
We're going to be doing that. And we
9
did.
p.m.
Yeah, 9:00 Sunday night. So we're going to be talking all things Utopia. We're not on the ship like they all are right now. We're already off and home, but we did go live when we were on too. So if you want to check out any of our past live streams from last week. So I love Oasis class ships, and they're super similar to the size, just very different layout and flow than Icon. And I agree with a lot of the ideas and thoughts about how large Icon is. So I love the size ship that Utopia is. I like a big ship. I'm also looking forward to maybe hearing some murmurs of Royal going towards a newer class of smaller ships. So smaller ships can get into some more ports. They can have, the ability to get under some more bridges. They have the ability to move around a little bit.
Discover new areas.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to maybe seeing a smaller ship, because I really like being on a ship too that's a little smaller, and you feel like you get to know the crew and even some of the other passengers and stuff a little bit better. Feels a little bit more like you're not just in a sea of a bunch of other people. So
cool. And then I definitely feel that, because my mom is, how old is my mom? 76. And she hasn't been on a large royal ship yet, but she was on a large carnival ship, and that was a little overwhelming for her without the scooter. Like she can walk.
It's intimidating, especially for people, any kind of mobility stuff going on. One of the nice things about Utopia is it does have the destination elevators, which we really liked. It's when you walk up to the elevator bank, you press the floor you want to go to, and then it tells you which elevator to go to. You don't press any buttons inside of the elevator, and then it takes you directly to where you're going. So,
and they also have an accessibility option for the scooters with right on that pad. So if your mom's older or something like that, and using the scooter,
or anybody else using scooters,
makes it a little easier.
Awesome. Well, Julie and Brian, it was a pleasure to meet you in April.
Thank you so much for having us and letting us jump in and then talk with you. We love talking all things cruising.
No problem. I'm so glad you all immediately said yes, even when you weren't even home yet. You were like, yes. So thank you all. And you all lock into Julie and Brian, and they'll be having all of the preview content, as well as they tagged on a few more days, which is a really unique perspective. So lock in there. Thank y'all. You're getting the boot. Bye. And then I think it was who? It was y'all. Okay, so traveling type. So, tell us, should Royal go bigger or smaller? And for a couple of like you that likes to be outside, would you recommend this ship?
So I'm James. This is Tracy, and we're the traveling type. You can follow some on the traveling type, and also on.
So I like the ship. I love Icon, but I don't think Royal needs to go any bigger than Icon. I feel like if they go bigger, then you're going to start having crowding issues and longer lines and things like that. I do like the Oasis flagship as well. And I feel like if you're new to Royal, this is a good class to start with. And these ships are beautiful. So I don't think they need to go bigger at all.
And last but not least, and shout out to Team Reese for the little bit of shmoney. Woohoo, shmoney dance. We appreciate you, Team Reese. And yes, this would not be possible without all the wonderful creators who jumped on. We had Phil and D, Raquel from Image Family Adventures, Howie Cruz, Traveling Type, and Leanne Travels. So thank you all for always just saying yes whenever I'm like, hey, don't you want a couch cruise? And for a couple of you, so thank you, Team Reach Travels, and can't wait to get y'all on another couch cruise soon. And safe travels to you all as you are heading to your next cruise adventure. But traveling time for a couple like yourselves, would you say folks need to get on the ship or find something else? Maybe go on Celebrity. What do you think?
I think it depends on who the person is.
Okay.
Who like a nice, chill, more bougie vibe, I would say Celebrity. If you want a midway between Carnival and Celebrity, then go Royal. I don't think if you go Royal or Celebrity, I don't think you can go wrong. But if you want more action, I think you probably want to try Royal over Celebrity.
Cool. I appreciate that perspective. That was like a little mic drop moment. It ain't about bump or dump. It's what you want. Okay, cool. Appreciate y'all. Y'all get the boot. Leslie Ann, I know you're about to oh wait, I guess that's not nice. I'm gonna do this too. Leslie Ann, I know your show is about to start. But tell us, you are solo cruising like myself.
Yes, I am.
Tell us, should Royal go bigger or smaller? And give us a little bit about the solo cruiser perspective.
In terms of bigger, I don't think they should go bigger than Icon. I think Icon should be the biggest. The Oasis class is a perfect size ship for, especially new cruisers. Instead of going on an older ship, if you take the Oasis class, they'll be quite happy with that class. And I don't think Royal Caribbean needs to go any bigger. They should definitely either go like maybe a little bit smaller than the Oasis class so that certain ports they could get into with a nicer, newer ship. So that's my take on that. In terms, I can't hear you, Colleen.
All right, I was talking. I was saying you can definitely get into different types of ports with a smaller ship. Give us that
Yeah.
solo cruiser perspective. How does it feel being a solo cruiser? It seems like you're like ping ponging back and forth between activities.
I think it allows me to actually open up a little bit more in terms of meeting people and being a little bit more open versus being introverted. When you're here with your family, you kind of like stick with your family versus, communicating with other people. So I like that aspect of it. It's actually bringing out from being so introverted, which I still do get introverted because it happened to me on Celebrity. With the 150 people, at some point in time, I did a few times I got a little introverted and secluded by myself. But other than that, I really like it. I like the fact that I have the cabin all to myself, the closet place, everything. I set my own timing. As you could see, I was going back and forth with whichever show I wanted to go to. When you're with others, you have to
Awesome.
coordinate.
Have you been able to connect to other cruisers, or it's just been more like you by yourself?
No, I actually connected with a few people since I've been here. And actually, on the rail, the Utopia train, I was able to sit with a nice couple, and we connected. So, it's been easy connection. But right now, I'm still solo, not really connected with anyone. To
Gotcha.
say that I'm hanging out because
I'm not gonna keep you on too long because you got music that might get me copyrighted. So
yeah.
thank you though so much for giving everybody that perspective.
You're welcome.
And I'm giving you the
Thank
boot.
you.
Bye girl. So thank you, 44 people, for hanging in there to the end. this is CWC. Hopefully, first off, thank you to every channel that popped in for taking about an hour. That's a lot of time from your either vacations, or some of them are working, or it's both work and vacation, to pop in to give you all a perspective related to Utopia of the Seas. Hopefully you heard something that you could resonate with, whether it's a couple with a younger child, a couple of teenagers, a little more seasoned traveling couple that likes to turn up, the solo cruise perspective. It was something for everybody, so I greatly appreciate everyone for popping on. I'm looking forward to tapping into all of you all when you get into Utopia of the Seas. I'll be watching everything with you all. Until next time, CWC, thanks for coming to chat with me. I am going to be parked, so we're going to be doing a lot of couch cruising until October when I do my next cruise, and I'll be announcing that to my channel members. It's a big one. But in the meantime, CWC, thanks for coming to chat with me. Like, comment, subscribe. And thank you, Team Replay, for watching. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you all. Good night.